I'm Dwayne Liddell, president of Off-Grid Trailers based out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So we wanted to get the Off-Grid team out, partnering up with Overland Training Canada. Chris and his team have come out as well to the KVR. We really wanted to start showing our customers that we actually do use our rigs. You know, they're built for the outdoors, built for adventure, and we actually do stand behind that entirely with the product.
My name's Chris, I'm the owner of Overland Training Canada. We wanted to do something a little bit different, so we'd done something a little bit more challenging. We wanted to take these trailers into a unique trail into British Columbia, but with a little bit more of a lifestyle aspect, but on a fun adventure, but an adventure that has a little bit more story to it. So the Kettle Valley Railroad. It's an iconic railroad in southern British Columbia. It's not hard off-road, it's not meant to be that, but it's this beautiful set of terrain through southwest BC that has this really amazing history and culture. So we didn't necessarily need to teach, but what we wanted to do was to take off the stress load, take off the backbone of creating an adventure and setting up an adventure so you guys could enjoy the filming process.
We were doing slower landing, some of the filming, right? I was telling Chris that. Can we speed up?
So you guys can enjoy the journey. You can enjoy seeing the history in this amazing terrain. So we're really here on this occasion to make sure that we're going on an efficient, fun trip.
So my name is Kelsey Pringle. I'm the owner of 5 Star Media Group with my husband, Wade Pringle, and we've been working with Off-Grid Trailers for a couple years now. It's been an amazing relationship with them, and this year we wanted to do an overlanding trip that really showed the lifestyle behind what these trailers bring you towards, the ability to go and be in backdrops like this and to see beautiful places, and then to go and do some more off-roading, and you just start to have this confidence, this knowledge of what you're capable of and what your vehicle's capable of, and then to see all of these fantastic people with their builds pulling these trailers.
We're going to start in Castlegar. We're going to go up the highway to almost the Paulson Summit, down to the Shield Station on the old Columbian Western Railway, all the way through 3 tunnels, including the Bulldog Tunnel, down to Paulson Bridge, and we'll then get back on the highway all the way through to Country Hideaway Campground at just outside of Grand Forks. We'll be staying the first night.
Entering the Columbia Western Rail bed. 1-4.
Today we are going through 3 tunnels. The most impressive one is the 3rd one, and it's called Bulldog Tunnel. It starts straight with a curve towards the end, which means total darkness until you get closer to the exit. It's an immense tunnel at 15 meters high, and the walls are coated in soot from old steam engines, which makes it even darker.
Hi, I'm Denny. I'm the sales director at Off-Grid Trailers. It was pretty epic today. Got to take out the Gladiator with the expedition today. It was a pretty epic experience. Overall, I've been pretty passionate about the trailers and selling them, but actually taking one out for the first time, it's really solidified that experience and that passion in the trailers.
My name is Annette, and I am the spouse of Ken, who is working for Overlanding Training Canada, and who are guiding now the cool off-grid trailers. They are awesome. I don't know, am I allowed to say that? I'm so passionate about trains that I can tell you almost every part and gadget and gear on all the steam trains. So that was, when we found out about the KVR, we were like, that's something for me. off-roading and KVR in one. Let's do it right now.
So we came out to KVR. You know, a lot of us in the last couple of years have been working from home. This is our Monday morning office, our Tuesday morning office, our Wednesday morning office, right? This is exciting. This is the coolest thing about running Off-Grid. As a company, we get to bring out a crew, a film crew, our team, our entire team, a bunch of our models, and just go out and play, really. And that's what we've been really trying to do this trip.
I'm Mike and this is...
Hi, I'm Wendy.
We own the Country Hideaway Campground in Grand Forks. We have 21 service sites here. We have one of the most beautiful settings you ever want to imagine. We took this on just about 5 years ago. We've had a lot of setbacks. We went through some very severe flooding and we persisted through, and we are glad we did. We were ready to give up, but we didn't.
It's easy to wake up in the morning, guys, when you live here and you're surrounded by what we are and the people that we get to see every day, and we just love it. And we're so glad you guys are here. Thanks.
My name is Darren. Dwayne is my brother.
Not moving, but I'm doing it.
Dwayne invited me back a couple of months ago and decided it would be a great idea, good chance to get out. I've always owned Jeeps, always had an interest in off-roading, and yeah, we just kind of share that interest. I had the Switchback S. It's got the kitchen, it's got the fridge, barbecue, rooftop tent, room for plenty of storage. Honestly, didn't even know it was there. Towed with absolute ease and held up really, really well.
Day 2, we will leave our campsite through to Greenwood. Greenwood, we're going to stop and have coffee and bakery items at a great little coffee shop there. We'll then continue on the highway through Midway. Midway is actually mile 0 of the Kettle Valley Railway and the end of the Columbia and Western Railway. From there we will head up on the KVR all the way to Arlington Lake, which will be our next camp.
My name is Chad. So my wife Tracy and I.
My name is Tracy.
We've recently ordered an Expedition and it will be ready later this summer. I only have experience pulling the Switchback, and we did that at Whipsaw last fall. And I had concerns that the Panda was going to be a little bit heavy, but I'm like really blown away and super surprised. Like some of the obstacles we've done, it follows up the Jeep just like the Switchback did. It's awesome. I don't notice it.
Having the training of professionals off-road, especially if you've never done it before or never towed a trailer before, which was the case in both instances for us, gave you the confidence because you knew that they would never put you in a situation where you would feel unsafe. And so coming back this year, we had the confidence to know that our rig could do it, we could do it. You learn how to pick your lines, you know how to, all the, you know, Chris's overlanding, off-roading rules that you have to abide by.
When you drive an old car with no air conditioning, with no ventilation, this is about the only thing that keeps you cool out here. Buy an ice cream when you drive an old Defender.
Which is awesome because you can hear him in your head as you're driving, like offer on the floor, technique before technology.
Buy an ice cream.
But it makes a huge difference because they're not always going to be there, right? So you need to take those lessons for yourself when you're by yourself.
Hey, this morning we left our camp at Arlington Lake, got back on the Kettle Valley Railway, proceeded over to the junction at Myra Canyon, went through Kelowna, stopped at a winery around here outside of Kelowna, then joined back, continued on, and we went to our campsite at Chute Lake tonight.
Favorite day was yesterday. Really scenic, some Kettle Valley Railway trail stuff, which was, it's not really off-roading, but it's really tight, technical kind of driving. You have to watch, so you don't want to get pinstriping on your Jeep, you don't want to get pinstriping on your trailer, some sharp rocks that we had to avoid. Yesterday there was a couple of technical, tricky hill climbs, but the entire drive yesterday was awesome.
Favorite day was at day 2 where I got stuck on the hill with the new rig and managed to figure it out and climb my way up, and it's a learning experience, right? This whole trip's been a learning experience for me, so it's been pretty awesome.
Pretty steep hills, all loaded up with trailers, so the fact that we got through that was just amazing, fun.
When I'm overlanding, I think it's just getting out and exploring.
When I'm overlanding, I feel like I'm unplugged.
It's serene.
A kid, again.
Yeah, when I'm overlanding, I feel like
I don't know the answer. Completely disconnected, you know, connected with nature, disconnected from the business and the home office.
Oh, when I'm in nature, that's my happy place. No question. Done.
When I'm in nature, I feel like I'm carefree.
Free.
When I'm in nature, I feel...
Nailed it!
nailed it!
just relax.
When I'm overlanding, I feel more joyful. It's like a disconnect. Everything is just less stressful.
So yesterday, it was a really fun day. We went and kind of did some cool rock climbing, some cool articulating moments, and then we're trying to figure out where to stay and went to Chute Lake Resort. It was great. You know, you can have the best of both worlds. You can still go and do some wheeling and have your off-grids, and then stay at a cool place like that, have an amazing meal. It was a fantastic restaurant, and yeah.
Did some fishing on the lake?
Yeah, we did a little fishing, did a little swimming. It was relaxing. It felt good.
Today we left our camp at the Chute Lake Resort. We then went down the KVR and we went down through the Rock Oven Park. Here we have one of the rock ovens that was built during the construction of the Kettle Valley Railway. That was built by the Italian cooks, and they would build these ovens throughout the track so they could bake bread and all the fresh food to keep the workers fed and happy.
So unfortunately we were not able to see the steam locomotive because it wasn't running on that day. But you should go and check it out. It's huge, it's ginormous, it's fun.
Follow the highway all the way down to our present camp spot at Osprey Lake, where we are tonight. Okay, today being the last day, we're starting off at our campsite at Osprey Lake. Once we get to Princeton, we will then get on the Colmont Road. Will take us back up to almost just south of the Coquihalla Highway, where everybody will be splitting up, and we'll be calling it an end of our trip.